Almost live from the virtual Pop Culture Junkie Pavilion in Phoenix, Arizona. It's the first annual Junkies Choice Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Eldridge and Shauna Trinidad.
Good evening, and welcome to the first annual Junkies Choice Awards.
The Junkies Choice Awards are your awards because the categories, nominees, and winners were all chosen by you.
I'm Shauna Trinidad.
And I'm Nicole Eldridge.
And we are live on tape inside protective plastic bubbles here in the virtual Pop Culture Junkie Pavilion. Now, because we are a podcast and not streaming, you can't see this. But the pop culture dancers are performing to our opening number, and wow, look at them go.
Let's give it up for our pop culture dancers. That was some tricky footwork. I thought that jumping through flames over a dozen sharp swords was an amazing touch.
Wasn't it? I hope Sasha's gonna be okay. Thoughts and prayers.
Tonight, we are handing out the most prestigious award, the Vinny.
The Vinny is the nickname for the Junkies Choice Award, our little pop culture vulture.
We call him Vinny.
Isn't he cute?
He's very cute. Who are you wearing tonight, Shauna?
Oh, this is a boy size medium ghost t-shirt from Hot Topic, sans bra, and some plaid pajama bottoms. What about you, Nicole?
Oh, you know, I'm decked out in my custom-made Louis Vuitton dress. Just kidding. No, I'm in a Target Friends design t-shirt with some leggings from Marshalls.
Oh, you always look so nice.
Thank you, as do you. Now it's time to get down to business. Let's talk 2020.
Can we not?
Well, that's fair. 2020 was, well, we can't really say it on the family show.
That's true. But it was a great year for pop culture, you know, considering.
Right? Sure, we couldn't go to the movies.
Or concerts.
Or, well, anything.
But not everything was canceled.
We had streaming. And more streaming.
We did, and some of it was actually pretty good.
So, let's take a look at the best of pop culture 2020 as chosen by you, our listeners. Thank you for your input.
You know, we asked Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, JoJo Siwa, and more to appear tonight to be our presenters.
And most of them responded with restraining orders. So, Shauna and I will be handling the presentation duties ourselves.
But don't worry, we are going to knock it out of the park. All right, here's our first category, the show that kept us sane in 2020.
Sane in 2020, that's a good one. Anyway, the nominees are Hamilton, Lucifer, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Family Feud, Great British Bake Off, Attack on Titan. And the Vinny goes to The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. The producers of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel couldn't be here, so we're accepting the award on their behalf.
Congrats! Now let's move on to an award for one of the few people who made it through the year without being gross or causing a major scandal. Well, at least one that we know of. The nominees for Most Pure Celebrity of 2020 are Amy Adams, Mara Wilson, Dolly Parton, Justin Bieber, Keanu Reeves, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift. And the Vinny goes to Dolly Parton. Thank you for the vaccine and for so much more. Dolly Parton couldn't be here, so we are accepting the award on her behalf.
From the pure to the impure, let's get juicy and give an award to one of the celebrity scandals that kept us glued to our social media feeds last year. The nominees for Most Addictive Celebrity Scandal of 2020 are Olivia Wilde leaving Jason Sudeikis for Harry Styles, everyone coming for Tyra Banks after Top Model added to Hulu, Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman's college admissions scandal, Tiger King, and Jada Pinkett Smith's entanglement. And the Vinny goes to Tiger King. The producers of Tiger King and Joe Exotic, for obvious reasons, couldn't be here, so we are accepting the award on their behalf.
Our next category is for the second best podcast of 2020. We already awarded ourselves the top podcast award, of course.
Of course.
We'd like to thank the Academy, which is us, and the Academy's parents for the award.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thanks, Academy. And now, the nominees for the second best podcast of 2020 are Getting Curious with Jonathan Van Ness, Crime Junkies, My Favorite Murder, Binge Mode, 30, Nerdy, and Thriving. And the Vinny goes to Crime Junkies. The producers of Crime Junkies couldn't be here to accept the award, so we accept this award on their behalf.
Now, let's talk about the Chris's. Some of them are good, but one of them is just great. Like, really great. And hot. Hot and great.
Yes. The nominees for the Best Chris Lifetime Achievement Award are Chris Harrison. Remember, this is for 2020, people. Chris Evans. Chris Hemsworth. Chris Pine. And Chris Elliott. Seriously, who nominated him? And the Vinny goes to Chris Hemsworth.
Sadly, and I mean really sadly, Chris Hemsworth cannot be here to accept the award. So I'll accept it on his behalf, and he can call me if he wants to pick it up. Like, seriously, call me Thor.
For every best, there is a worse. And Chris's are no exception to that. So the Lifetime Achievement Award for the worst Chris goes to Chris Pratt. He knows what he did. If he wants to pick up his award, he can find it in the dumpster behind the Pop Culture Junkie Pavilion.
2020 was the year for sadness and binging and sadness binging. So what did you, our listeners, vote as the best binge of 2020? The nominees are Schitt's Creek, Tiger King, The Crown, Crime Junkies Podcast, and Practical Jokers. And the Vinny goes to Schitt's Creek. I thought it was going to be White Claw. Maybe next year. The producers of Schitt's Creek could not be here to accept their award, so we will accept it on their behalf.
2020 was the year nothing happened, And even worse than nothing, some of our favorite things got canceled. Not like Gina Carano canceled. These are things that didn't deserve their fate. Here are the nominees for most heartbreaking cancellation of 2020. Concerts. DuckTales. Stumptown. Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Drunk History. And the Vinny goes to concerts. Does anybody remember concerts? Besides Smash Mouth fans, I mean. Anyway, concerts couldn't be here to pick up the award, as they are abstract concepts and not sentient beings. We gladly accept the award on their behalf.
Let's talk about something that helped people express their creativity during the pandemic.
Alcohol?
Yes, but no. I'm talking about TikTok. Suddenly, everyone was a video producer, and just like coronavirus, we all went viral, but in a good way. The nominees for Best TikTok Trend of 2020 are Native Indigenous Dancers in Full Regalia, The Wipe Challenge, Viral Songs, no, not songs about COVID, but new songs that went viral, 60-second cooking videos, and Cosmetic Brand Makeover Challenge. And the Vinny goes to viral songs. For example, we had WAP by Cardi B. And the creators of those songs cannot be here, so we accept the award on their behalf.
Speaking of music, that's still a thing. Lucky for us. And much to the annoyance of Ben Shapiro, the ladies are dominating the nominations. Girl power! Thanks to the ladies for helping to keep Ben dry, now and for always. The nominees for Best Bop of 2020 are WAP, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. You Should Be Sad, Halsey. Forget Me Too, MGK and Halsey. No Body, No Crime, Taylor Swift. 911, Lady Gaga. YJSTS, Overcoats. And the Vinny goes to, oh boy, it's a tie. The winners are Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion for WAP and Halsey for You Should Be Sad. Way to go, ladies. The three of them, surprisingly, could not be here tonight, so we accept the award on their behalf.
I'm starting to sense a trend here.
Maybe we gave them bad directions.
I don't think so. Maybe some of our winners will turn up soon. Now, let's talk social media. Who isn't on Insta? Everyone and their grandma is on there. But not all the accounts are created equal. Here are the nominees for Best Instagram Follow of 2020. Matt Cutshaw, Rob Lowe, Ariana Grande, The Rock, and Doug the Pug. And the Vinny goes to Rob Lowe. Yeah, Rob's not here either, so we accept the award on his behalf. That's too bad. He was supposed to appear in a musical number later with Snow White. Apologies to anyone too young to get that joke, including myself.
And me.
Anyway.
You could say that Hollywood isn't very creative, and you'd be right. Everything's a reboot, a sequel, or a prequel. They think being creative is a sequel to a rebooted prequel, but sometimes, even though they aren't very creative, sequels can be good. Here are the nominees for the best sequel of 2020. Wonder Woman 1984, Bill and Ted Face the Music, Bad Boys for Life, Birds of Prey, Trolls World Tour, Brahms, The Boy 2. And the Vinny goes to Bill and Ted Face the Music. They were excellent to each other and to us. Bill and Ted and Keanu and Alex, etc. could not be here to accept the award, so it's going in my bag with all the others. Tough break, guys.
And now it's time for a commercial break. We'd like to thank our sponsors, and we will, as soon as we get some.
The first annual Junkies Choice Awards will return after these messages.
Hi, I'm Haley the Brave, teacher and mom by day, cosplayer and pop culture junkie by, well, also by day. I'm obsessed with all things fandom and I love to talk about it. So join me and some of my friends as we geek out about TV, movies, music, and all the awesome things that make life worth living. Listen to my podcast, 30 Nerdy and Thriving, available now on all major streaming platforms.
We now return to the first annual Junkies Choice Awards.
And we're back. It seems like the most creative stories of 2020 were real. And strange. So strange you'd think this can't be real. But it was. Strange. Anyway, the nominees for Best Batshit Crazy Documentary or Docuseries of 2020 are Tiger King, McMillions, The Vow, American Murder, The Family Next Door, Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. Ew. And the Vinny goes to Tiger King. Wow, what would we have done in the first part of the lockdown without Tiger King? Thankfully, we'll never know. So, those guys still aren't here, so I'll accept the award on their behalf. My trunk is going to be so full of awards.
Mine too. Maybe we shouldn't have brought so many.
We'll know better next year.
I already did my lack of creativity joke, didn't I? It's too soon to recycle that, and we're running a bit long, so let's get right to the nominations for Best Reboot of 2020. And the nominees are Animaniacs, Saved by the Bell, Unsolved Mysteries, The Grudge, Rebecca, The Witches. And the Vinny goes to Unsolved Mysteries. Hey, I've got an unsolved mystery. Where are all of our celebrity guests? And who is sitting in all of the seats in the pavilion?
There's an episode right there. Moving right along, let's talk about Twitter. It's still a thing, for now. So let's look at the nominees for Most Outrageous Twitter Feed of 2020. The nominees are Ron Perlman, Chrissy Teigen, Chris Evans, Ryan Reynolds, Dionne Warwick, and Donald Trump. I'm not sure Trump should be on here. He can't even look at Twitter anymore. But anyway, the Vinny goes to Chrissy Teigen. Wish you were here accepting your award, but you're not. Hope to see you next year, if you're even nominated.
Now here's an award very near and dear to me. Best Mustache of 2020.
What's the deal with you and mustaches?
What other piece of facial hair can make you look more distinguished, more mature, and take you for a ride all in one? Moving on, the nominees for Best Mustache of 2020 are Dave Grohl, Pedro Pascal, Rahul Kohli, Bobby Roode, Tim Rosen. Did I say that right? And the Vinny goes to Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal couldn't be here, but you better believe I'm going to track him down and make him, give him this award. Love you, Pedro.
Let's not waste a lot of time on this one. The worst social media platform of 2020 is Parler. We didn't ask them to come, and there's no award for them to accept. Shauna?
We talk about food a lot in our podcast, and for good reason. Sometimes we eat when we're sad. Sometimes the food itself makes us sad, which is weird. Anyway, the nominations for Saddest Fast Food Story of 2020 are Popeye's Chicken Sandwich Scarcity, Taco Bell canceling their entire menu, and the too short McRib window. And the Vinny goes to Taco Bell for canceling their entire menu. I wish I had a joke here, but...
Too soon?
It's too soon. Ward goes in the trunk. Next.
There, you'll be okay. We all will. Speaking of disappointment, and we did feel a lot of that last year, here are the nominations for the biggest pop culture disappointment of 2020. Not being able to go to the movies. No Cons. Tenet. New Mutants. And Quibi. I forgot what that even was. And the Vinny goes to not being able to go to the movies. Naturally, not doing the thing is not here to accept the award. Duh.
On the upside, we did find some bright spots last year, and they didn't all come from White Claw or eating our weight in pancakes. Here are the nominations for Best Pop Culture Surprise of 2020. Bill and Ted Face the Music, Big Sky, The Old Guard, Jin, Brown Eyes Jaren in the Imperial Base, Evermore by Taylor Swift. And the Vinny goes to Bill and Ted Face the Music. Are those guys here yet?
Nobody's here, Shauna.
Creepy. Anyway, I accept the award on their behalf.
Instead of a long musical montage celebrating the beloved celebrities and important persons we lost in 2020, we decided to make it into an award only one person could win. That's cool, right? The nominations for Saddest Celebrity Death of 2020 are Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Chadwick Boseman, Alex Trebek, Brody Lee, Kobe Bryant, Naya Rivera. And the Vinny goes to Chadwick Boseman. Seriously, our hearts go out to all of those we lost last year and their loved ones and fans. We miss you all.
We're getting close to the end. Now it's time for the big awards. First, the bad. The nominations for the biggest train wreck of 2020 are 2020 itself, Joe Exotic / Tiger King, having a social life, politics, and diet and exercise. Wow, way to remind us of how everything was terrible last year. Anyway, the Vinny goes to the year 2020 itself. How fitting. Suck it, 2020. So a year can't accept an award, but on the plus side, we don't have to listen to it give a speech thanking everyone who made it happen.
Now, let's honor our saviors last year. First up, the nominations for the 2020 Pop Culture VIP are Joe Exotic, Lady Gaga, The Queen's Gambit, Classic TV Reunions, Schitt's Creek. And the Vinny goes to Schitt's Creek. Sure, they won all those Emmys, but I bet this is the award they will be most proud of when they look back.
Okay, they gotta be here, right?
Oh, Shauna.
Okay, I get it. And finally, let's honor the person or thing that we'd like to call the hero of 2020. They inspired us. They united us. They made us think things might just be okay, even when that seemed impossible.
This is such a great list.
Right? I'm tearing up just thinking about all of them. The nominees are Pedro Pascal, the Ocean Spray Vibes Guy, The Fiend, Joe Exotic, Twisted Tea, Postmates, White Claw, and our final Vinny, the hero of 2020, goes to my man, Pedro Pascal. I guess that's 2 awards I have to bring to him.
Be careful, Shauna. He has security.
Oh, I'm harmless.
Well, that's it, folks. If you're still awake, we'd like to thank you for staying up with us for the first annual Junkies Choice Awards ceremony.
And thank you for nominating, for voting,
for participating in our Facebook group and following us on social media.
We love you guys.
Oh my gosh, can't wait to get out of this outfit and get my money back.
I am returning this to Hot Topic the minute we're done.
Well, good night, everyone, and call me Chris.
Good night, Pedro.
Pop Culture Junkie and the Junkies Choice Awards are productions of Pop Culture Entertainment Group.